Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 7, Week 5, Day 5. So today, we got a little bit of a surprise. Obviously we covered a video on it a bit earlier, but if you didn't see it, of course there's a mail in the mailbox. And something that hasn't happened before. So tarot cards and Soulforge for this weekend and this weekend only. Who knows if they'll ever do it again? Well, I sure hope they would at some point. Several past tarot cards, specifically several, not all of them, but quite a few. Specifically 5. Tarot cards troops will be craftable in the Soulforge. Don't miss out, and we get 10 free gems from it, of course. But yeah, 5 of those tarot cards are in Soulforge right now for 500 gems. Did like the whole little list for them in the other video. Though highest priority is probably the Sun and Emperor. The Sun ends up crafting, what's his name? Scroll Reborn, and the Emperor goes to Leona's Tower, and those are probably the most noteworthy two if you don't currently have them. The other one that might be somewhat worth it is a Star. The Star is somewhat more recent, so a lot of people might not have it in that regard, since there hasn't been as many opportunities to get the Star compared to the rest of these. And we don't currently know what it's crafted towards, so it could be something good, could be something bad, who knows? But it's probably better than the rest of the other ones. But yeah, the Sun, the Emperor, and the Star, the main 3. Particularly the Sun and Emperor, as they have an immediate purpose that is known. Whereas the Star, we have no clue. And the Devil being the worst, because gosh, you need like 5 copies of it. That's pretty pricey. I'm surprised they didn't make it cheaper or something. Because, yeah, to get Trick and Treat, you have to spend 2,600 gems if you had 0 of them. Though I'm pretty sure most people got it a month ago during Halloween, but still, that's a little annoying if you didn't. Because that's a pretty steep price. Get that many for it, because you can't just ascend it. Like, it's not like you need a mythic copy. You need specifically like 5 copies. So you know, there isn't like a way to cheese it with like blue orbs or something else like that. You need to actually have 5 copies, which is kind of annoying. But anyways, one other thing that we got going on this weekend, which we will be doing, is the arena event. So we do have arena going on. Arena doesn't really give too much as far as loot, but we're still going to be doing it. Might as well. We don't get any classic speed towards it, so we actually probably won't hit elementals level 100 tonight. We'll probably save it for tomorrow, but we'll probably hit like 99, like right on the cusp of it. But we won't quite reach all the way, I don't think. That's pretty much the game plan. Then we'll just run a little bit of arena, do the other dailies. I think we might need some world event to help out the guild. Might even start there, since this is probably the last time we have to do the world event. And as far as which rooms are best, it's still the 2 new ones and Astral Spirit. So Anarius, the other one I forget its name of, the Centurion, and then the Astral Spirit. Those are the 3 that are priority for this event. Oh yeah, we don't have medal set. Gotta love that reminder. And should we good to go now? Okay, there we go. So anyways, hello everyone. Hello Mister. Hello Daddy Shark. Hello Hung. Hello Tyrion. Hello Stoat. Hello Gadget. Hello David. Hello Draco. Hope all of you had a good holiday yesterday if you celebrated. As well as technically a holiday today. I haven't really had much time to do it though. Black Friday. Though most of the deals would probably be on Cyber Monday anyways though. But I still wanted to check before the end of the day, just in case. Most sales I'm pretty sure go for the entire weekend anyways. Let's see, I'll throw that down. And there we go. Obviously still using Wordbreaker as our primary damage source. It's been working out pretty well for this. I said, hello, Roman! Welcome, welcome. Though, unfortunately, their stats are starting to get a little annoyingly high. I said, hello, Haley! Welcome, welcome. Oh, yeah, Thanksgiving was pretty good. A lot of food, a lot of dessert. We didn't have any whipped cream, though. We forgot to pick up whipped cream. It's still good, though. Luckily, pumpkin bread doesn't really need it, though cheesecake kind of does. Normally the way I ate cheesecake is you first put the cheesecake in front of you. You then keep putting whipped cream on it until you can no longer see the cheesecake slice. And that is when you know you have an efficient number of whipped cream on the cheesecake. As soon as you realize you're not eating cheesecake anymore from not physically being able to see it, you have officially put enough whipped cream. That is the exact amount of whipped cream you need on cheesecake. No, I didn't get to do any Black Friday shopping yet. Hoping most of them go for the weekends. Plus, some of them will occur on Monday as well. I don't really need too many things to pick up. I mostly just need a case for the new Switch, which I'll be getting soon. And by soon, I mean probably tonight. If I can find one for cheap enough. Because I don't really need much more equipment at this point. I don't think. And I already have like a backup keyboard for my backup keyboard. Oh, I said hello to you, Isabel. I said hello to Gadget, Isabel, David, Draco. Did I not? Pretty sure I did. But hello, Isabel. Oh, let's see. We'll throw that down. Take the Astral Spirit here. Also, that other one has like barely any battles in it because it's worth less points. Technically, it might not necessarily be worth that much less points. Out of all the margins of difference, the one between Astral Spirit and that other one is actually the smallest difference. It makes the smallest difference. Alright, we'll throw that down. And that should be enough to win. Even with the smaller amount of spell damage, still enough. But I'm still kind of surprised they put the tarot cards in Soulforge. I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing that they're going to start doing like every X amount of months. I kind of hope it is. Because one big issue with how tarot cards are currently set up within the game is how hard it is to get past tarot cards. Like, as we keep getting more, they keep saturating the same drop table. And over time, it's just going to be absurdly annoying to get a really specific tarot card. Hopefully they'll have some kind of other solution other than they're just going to be in Soulforge every like few months or whatever they do. They need like an actual solution to it other than that. Obviously what they did this weekend is kind of a nice quick fix if nothing else. But that's not really a proper solution to the issue of the oversaturation of the Vault Key drop table. And obviously we don't want the inverse happening either, where like all these drops start to like overtake the drop table and then you're just getting a bunch of junk that you never need. They need some kind of like middle ground. Who knows, maybe them doing that occasionally will be their middle ground. Honestly, 500 gems for each tarot card isn't that bad. Compared to how many Vault Keys you'd have to open to realistically get a tarot card. Like, it's normally upwards of 100, and that tarot card is then random as to which one it is. Like, you can go like 100 to a few hundred and get just one tarot card. As far as how many Vault Keys. So targeting it directly for 500 gems, not that bad. Still a lot of gems, though. But compared to the alternative, it's actually pretty decent value. And if you do have the gems laying around and don't have some of the tarot cards, I would advise getting them. Or at least the Sun and the main three. The Sun, the Star, and the Emperor. The other two are kind of sketchy on their value. One of them still gives you double troop. Obviously the Devil you pretty much just ignore. If you missed the Halloween event, that is not a good way to get it. I'm pretty sure most people didn't miss it since it's so recent. But you never know. I feel like the main people buying the Devil would be people who accidentally ascended the troop and then were like 1 or 2 short. Because under any other circumstance, it seems so much just to get that weapon. It's not even a good weapon either. It's basically, I don't even think I went over the weapon in the video either because it's such a bad weapon. But it's basically just Essence of Evil combined with Mirror, but with no mana accumulation. If it also had mana accumulation, that'd be a different story. But it doesn't, which is unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. So hello, Gem God DS. Welcome, welcome. Well, you just got here. I didn't see it yet. I was on my tarot card rant. Also, I feel kind of tired today. My day's been, like, all over the place. Let's see. And I think the food from yesterday just knocked me out today. Been all out of it. What do I even grab here? We'll take that. Also, it doesn't help that I went to bed at like 5 a.m. We posted that video earlier. I wasn't gonna, like, I was about to go to bed like any moment now. But then I checked the thing and it's like, oh, Gems Awards got an update. Or, you know, not an update, but a tarot card thing. It's like, okay, let me go cover a video on it. And then by the time, like, that was uploaded, all done and done, I think it was like 5 or 6 a.m. by the time I went to sleep. Like, my plan was to be to bed by like 3-ish a.m. But then that happened, and it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm not. Like, I could have just waited till morning, but I was like, I might as well cover it. And that kind of threw off my day slightly. Alright, get that out of the way. And now we probably don't need to do any more because the guild will carry the rest. And we finished all the way in 22nd place. Very low. Though we did only buy tier 2, which is why. If we did tier 3, it'd be a bit higher. I have been doing tier 2 a bit more often. A lot of those events, if your entire guild is tier 2, is actually enough. Ideally, you want people doing tier 3, but if you have like any amount of people going for leaderboard, it's really not as needed. You could definitely get away with tier 2s. Alright, so we need a few things to stream. We need to go get our crowns. We need to get elementalists up a little bit. And the other thing, though it doesn't give us any class XP anymore, you used to be able to, but you don't these days. Arena. We do have an arena event, and while the payout is still horrifically bad to such a degree, I almost feel like not even interacting with it. It still has some okay loot, which makes me kind of want to do it, though also kind of not want to do it. Oh no, they really need to rework arena event. Not just the event itself, but also when it's not the event, or you know, like arena in general. It's just such a weird game mode. Like, it did get a little mini buff, that other patch, but that mini buff didn't really make it worth it. Also, wish we had an endgame version of arena that would also count for it. Because the way arena is currently set up, it feels like everything you have is so absurdly weak because it is. We don't have like a epic, legendary, mythic draft version of it, where like everything's like level 20 max, or you know, level 20 fully traded. That'd be kind of fun. Still wish it would be a feature they would add. I don't really see that being that hard to do either. It's basically just like the exact inverse of what arena currently is. Instead of everything being untraded at level 15, they'd all be fully traded at level 20. Instead of the lower 4 rarities, you do the higher 3 rarities plus hero. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Bushka. Welcome, welcome. The other annoying thing about arena events is there's nothing new to go over. Not even like a bounty troop or something, just nothing. Like at least raids and evasions, they still get new weapons. Arena events don't get anything. Though theoretically, Vault Weekends don't give you anything new either, however, it allows you to get all the old stuff very efficiently. If nothing else, we can hope we get lucky on the little middle things. If I'm not mistaken, I still have the goblin that can show up there. Because I've been trying to get Zhejian bonuses max, because they're actually absurdly good. Zhejian team bonus and goblin team bonus. I currently have them not upgraded deliberately, so I can start, or not start, I have been for like a week or two now. But so we can randomly find more copies of them. And if nothing else, the arena event would kind of expedite that a little bit. Because of our 9 drops, at least 3 of them is probably going to be goblins. Or not goblins specifically, but you know, 1 to 2, either Zhejian bonus or goblin bonus. One or the other. But anyways, let's go clear our dungeons. And then we might go do some arena then. And by might, I mean shall. If nothing else, we gotta at least do 3 per day, even if we don't finish out the rewards. The only problem with doing it 3 each day during an arena event is by the time you've done that many, you might as well just go all the way. Because from there, I think it's only like, what, another 5 or 6 until you hit all the way to the end for orb, plus the other little bit of loot. You're already so close, so it's like, might as well. So close yet so far. Saved on over 400 vault keys from the tarot cards and Soulforge today. Nice. Yeah, I'm still so surprised they brought them like that. Hope that becomes a regular thing or some kind of other similar solution. Because currently the accumulation of every tarot card, if you currently had 0 tarot cards, is kind of annoying. Like, the process for getting them just takes forever. You'd have to, like, super farm every vault event, which is probably something you'd be doing anyways, but even then it comes down to luck on if you're going to be getting it or not, which is the bigger issue. So just seeing them in Soulforge, we could just get them consistently for some gems is kind of nice. So hopefully that'll become a recurring thing. It's just weird that they didn't do all of them, though. I think there's like 8 or 9 tarot cards in the game, but they only did 5 of them. A very weird 5 as well. Like, they didn't do Heart of Rage. They didn't do, I think the 2 most recent ones. Obviously the one that's in the paid pass right now. Obviously they didn't do the Lovers. But I believe there was one other one before the Star. Or, I mean, after the Star. Can't remember. Which one was from the previous season? Actually, cannot recall. Why do I think it's the Star? It might be a different one. Maybe it was a Star. It's one of the other reasons why I said it's probably worth getting to. Because if I'm not mistaken, isn't the Star from the previous season that we just had? Or am I thinking the season before that? But I'm pretty sure this was from last season. Like, literally, like, 2 months ago. Or so. So it's like one of the most recent ones other than the Devil. But the Devil was, like, so absurdly easy to get. It was also available free to play, of course. Anyways, let's go do some arena. So, we got an arena event going on. Which, but we shall do it nonetheless. I kind of want to put him in first slot just because he will hit high. And that's all we're using him for, is just do big numbers. Why is everything here such awfulness? Theoretically, you could do 28. However, every subsequent cast you do beyond that is horrific. Create a bunch of things. There's just a chance to summon an ally. You know what? I actually kind of do want to go with you. Okay, our team is probably repick worthy right about now. I might as well just spam. Gosh, these are awful. Reroll, please. Okay, a little bit better. Lithian Servitor can just solo an entire team. This makes it so you never die. Can we get a little extra damage on that? This gives us a little extra damage on that. And then ideally I'd want to draft anything that we're not already using. Unfortunately, these are all colors we already have. So we could go for resummon. Don't think it's worth it though. Dragonian Monk's gonna go in a pretty safe location. Which kind of makes me just want to go Golem then. So we can kind of have it like that. What if I go backline tank Golem? That's a bit weird. But I have to protect it from damage that way. Okay, I think we're going to do it that way. So, Dire Boar, Dragonian Monk, a Lithian Servitor, and Golem. Let's roll with that. I think that'll work. Hello, Andrew. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Arena really needs something changed. I'm not sure what. But, it's very weird with how it's currently set up. Which is kind of strange, because generally, like, Arena in a lot of games like this is normally, like, one of the main game modes. Yet, it's probably, like, the worst game mode in Gems of War. Which is just weird. Because most games like this do use this as, like, their core gameplay. Yet, Gems of War doesn't, like, at all. And the way that's set up is just super weird. Also, we can't gain magic. Oh, no! He drained that, too. I forgot. It has drain on it. Oh, I should take a brown there. But yeah, he can't gain magic while he's webbed. Yeah, we have the kill there. I'm mostly just looking to get the last of our mana here. Just making sure we guarantee get it. So he's going to buff himself, which is a little unfortunate because we have a lot of AoE on this team and multi-hit. Which makes hitting a single target not particularly efficient. Also, I think draining is being very annoying right now. Well, that looks like a wipe. Well, there's still games that do it really well with Asynchronous. Like, oh, what's that one game that came out about a month ago? Or 2 months ago? Super Auto Pets. Like, Super Auto Pets is set up the same way as Gems of War. Where you're not fighting people live, but you're fighting people's actual teams that they used. And that game is amazing. Actually, we only done one stream for it, and we literally disconnected during it. I almost feel like doing that again this weekend. I'm waiting till they do their next major patch, though, because they have like a really big rebalance coming up soon. But that game's arena is set up like how Gems of War is, where you're not actually fighting people in real time. You're fighting their teams, but you're not actually fighting, you know, them in actual real time. They do have a mode for doing that. However, that's not what their arena mode is. Their arena mode set up like how Gems of War is set up. Let's see. We'll throw that down. What do we need here? We'll take the red over. Oh, I should have taken that for 5 times. Whoops. I am 1 mana short. That is exceedingly unfortunate. I'm going to do this and hope for yellow off a sky. Oh wait, I did that in a weird way. Oops. I forgot the other one would move down by a different amount because of where I did. I should have shifted over. I think I still got away with it. I would have to angle it over there though, I believe. Whoops. It's one thing weird about not using Dragonian Monk for a while, is you kind of forget how to use Dragonian Monk properly. He's honestly probably one of the hardest troops to use correctly, which is weird because in early game, he's probably one of the most vital things to you being able to go through the game without losing. Because he's the most consistent 4 times barrier you get in early game, and even just in the game in general. But particularly earlier on in the game when you don't have other options that do it, is by far the best option you have, because it's only ultra rare. I believe it's also a guarantee ultra rare, so you get it from just upgrading Dragon's Claw a little bit. So not only is it super low rarity, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those ones that you get at a 100% rate simply from upgrading the kingdom a little bit, which makes it exceedingly accessible. The only problem is there's one other like absurdly good early game troop for not dying, and they both use the exact same colors, which is kind of funny. Cockatrice and Dragonian Monk are both brown yellows that kind of just auto win you every battle in early game if you play them right. And it's kind of unfortunate because they both use the same colors. If nothing else, there's a little bit of synergy there in that you can use the Cockatrice to feed brown to Dragonian Monk, so you normally use the Cockatrice in front of the Dragonian Monk so that you can hopefully get enough browns to spawn that it leaks into the Dragonian Monk from the Cockatrice. But yeah, there's such a good combo for not dying. Because Cockatrice has Entangle and Mana Drain, which theoretically keeps you safe from everything that isn't traits. And then, as long as you can spam it quick enough. And then Dragonian Monk gives you Barrier. So if they do finally get something through, or if they get a skull, you just don't take any damage from it. Then you have like Mang with Barrier on brown, and then that just carries you. And then like one other mana accumulation option or support option. Or even a damage source. So at that point, generally Mang in early games most of your damage though. I know 2 years ago when the Switch came out, we did that like so much, that kind of build. It's still relevant though to this day. The meta hasn't shifted enough in the last 2 years to start with something different. Like what has been like viable in early game has kind of shifted a little bit here and there. But running Mang into like both those two supports, Cockatrice and Dragonian Monk, is just so good. The biggest issue with that though is they're kind of complicated to use. Particularly the Monk. Cockatrice can be, you just kind of need to know when to cast it. Because sometimes, even though you have full mana, and they might be close to full mana, it might not necessarily be worth casting. Deal 10 damage to an enemy, blah blah blah. Gain life and armor every time? If the enemy dies, double the effect? What? This thing's basically invincible in Arena. Not exactly invincible, but that is a lot of durability. No barrier, though. 7 all skills. Only when an enemy dies, though. I'd rather take this. The thing's just never gonna die. This is double stats effect, right? Deal damage to the first 2 enemies, stun them. No, this is a stunner. Gain extra turn or a bunch of armor. You know what? I'm gonna go with him, too. Oh, but silence, though. Double silence? Double silence is so much better. If we didn't already have something, like, absurdly tanky, I probably would go Kobold Knight. But double silence is so good. Even outside the context of Arena. Like, especially inside, because nothing has immune to silence, because there's no traits. So they can't really counter it. It's like the old days when silence was super broken because immune to silence didn't even exist at the time. Unfortunately, why do we keep getting such bad common drafts? I don't even think we casted our common a single time in the previous set. And now we got another set where it's abysmal. I could technically do a blue. Though at that point, deal 5 damage and pull them to first position. Or pull an enemy to first position and stun them. They both do basically the same thing, but Toad's technically better. But the problem is how it's going to be mana blocked. I guess Mammoth is theoretically the best cast here, but we have 2 other Browns that are going to survive. We'll still roll with this. You're obviously tanking for us. And you, I kind of want a little bit more forward. You tank literally just to make sure Bugbear doesn't die. And there we go, that's our team. The Toad is there literally just to make sure Bugbear doesn't die to backline hits. And for no other reason other than that. Because he does have boost ratio based on how much life they're missing. So if we're in a desperate situation, he can kind of solo out the rest of the team if we really need to. Though ideally, we're mostly just going to be spamming musician until we win. I almost said magician. Magician, musician, same difference. Let's see, we'll throw that down. So you don't need a kill, but if you get a kill, you double the effect. Which means if you get a single kill... Wow, is that broken in Arena. If he secures a kill, he gets 48 durability. If he doesn't secure a kill, he gets 24. Regardless, it is an absurdly high number. That is pretty funny. But yeah, if he gets a kill, he basically just solos the rest of the battle, unless they have some kind of infinite scaling that outdoes your damage, because you don't have damage scaling, unfortunately. But you do have durability scaling like crazy. So like, even if I don't go for kill here, like right here, he still gains durability. It's just not as much for when compared to when he does get a kill. Which is really nice in Arena. Because the base durability is already insane. And then double that effect. He's almost going to reach like 100. Actually, if he killed every unit on the opposing team, he would have over 100 durability by the end of the fight. On both HP and armor. That's a little broken. We're a little lacking in damage, though. But the second he even casts, we were basically invincible. Unless something really bad happens. Which, of course, can still happen. We're going to do this so we get Skull. It also brings you to kill range, which allows us to make you invincible then. We're very close to it. Oh, why did I take red? We don't use red. At least the Cascade was good. I was like doing that to try to set up the other mana and didn't realize we didn't actually need the mana I was initially taking. So right here, I kind of do want him to secure a kill if we can. So I'm going to deliberately try to get this rolling. Hopefully it won't backfire. So we're just going to throw this down, get a silence. Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't get to choose anymore. Before you get to choose, back in the day, you used to be able to choose one target, and then the other one was completely random. Now it automatically hits the first two enemies, and I still keep forgetting that every single time. But yeah, I didn't used to act like that. And I always keep casting it, because it's not a trip you normally use too often. But I keep casting as if it has the previous ability, where you would target something, and then the other silence was random. But now you don't need to target at all, which is, I guess, kind of nice. It's a little bit quicker, if nothing else. But obviously you don't have manipulation off of where the one goes. Let's see, we'll take that over. Also, I don't believe it double taps anymore either, which is also kind of unfortunate. But we do end up winning this, because this thing is basically never going to die. Unless it dies before it gets a cast off, that's probably the only way we're really going to be losing this troop. And there we go, we end up hitting 92 HP. He didn't even kill everything either. I think he only killed 3 of the 4. And he still had 92 HP. Because if he killed all of them, what would he have? 24 times 4 is 94? No, 92. So he'd have 90... No. 96. So he'd have 96 plus 9, which is 105. He'd have 105 HP if he killed every single thing and did not get hit a single time on HP. Okay, I don't have a good Cascade there. Might as well just get this up, I guess. He still hasn't gotten his invincibility cast yet. So he should probably do that, just to make sure he has it. Doing on Paladin there just because it can do some damage, whereas this thing... Ah, no, you know what? Maybe I should have killed this. Because this thing has a really annoying summon. Luckily it's dead now. Unfortunately I did not get blue from Sky, but he gave it to us, so I guess it works out. And you're dead. I'll do it with durability gain, because why not? So hello Logic Slayer! Hello Sushi Ninja! Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. Oh yeah, so that timer at the end of this is what I wish they would add for the Battle Crasher that we currently have. That probably won't be implemented nearly in time before the end of this event. But I hope they do it for the next one. Not sure if anyone's even mentioned on the forum. Sure hope someone has. But, well, I'll show it once we get to it. I'm pretty sure you guys know which one thing I'm referring to, but I do want to go point it out real quick. Just take a blue surge here. Yeah. Because he's in kill range, so unless he double skulls from Cascade, we're going to be fine. And he didn't, of course. I was like, oh no, he's gonna resummon. I forgot that is arena. He can't resummon. Luckily. A little wild card. Feels weird seeing wild cards in arena. They definitely don't do as much as potions, that's for sure. Potions were insane in arena, and Lycanthropy was just really, really annoying. Yep, no resummon. Is that the final fight, or do we still have one more? Okay, one more. But yeah, when we get that one, it actually tells us how many we've gotten for today. Unlike a certain Battle Crasher that goes to 10 every single day that the game gives no indicator of. Because Arena didn't used to have that number, but then they added it randomly during one patch. And they definitely have to do the same for the Battle Pass thingy, or whatever you'd call that. The Kingdom Pass Battle Crasher, I guess is what you would call it. Okay, so let's go kill that. Oh, I should take it to blue first, though. Though I wouldn't have used the mana, but at least it would make sure he didn't have it. Oh, that's actually extra turn. I was like, which way should I take it for 3? But I forgot, because they're both wild cards, you can actually take that for an extra turn. I'm still not fully used to wild cards in Gems of War. I'll take a little while to get used to. Though by the time I get used to them, I probably won't even be wild cards anymore. Because obviously it only lasts this season. The only thing that currently has wild card Storm is the Legend from Nexus. However, that Legend is not that good. So you're almost never going to be using it for its Storm, because the troop itself is kind of underwhelming. Probably should have distributed damage to kill the other one. Because the problem now is I have to hit him twice. Whereas if I did the other way around, we actually could have gotten away with one hit. Oh, never mind. That still worked. He must have gained HP, because that counts for all HP loss. Oh, so this is the thing I'm referring to with the little tracker. Not that. But hit this right here. Notice, oh, I need that as well. Notice how it says, remaining today, 1 out of 3. This is what we need for the Battle Crasher. So it tells us exactly how many more we have left. It tells us we've gotten 2 and that we have 1 more remaining. Why can't they do this with the Battle Crasher? Somewheres. Like, just find somewheres to put it. 1 out of, or 0 out of 10. And then have, or even have it count out down like this one, where it starts at 10 out of 10. And then it moves down once every single time you get one. And then you could check it at any point and be like, oh, I'm currently at 6 out of 10. I need to go get 6 more. But that's what they need to add somewheres. I'm not sure where, but just add this somewheres for Battle Crashers for the Kingdom Pass. Anyways, I do want this. This is actually one of the things we're here for, lucking the Goblinkin. The reason for this is it's Goblin bonus, and obviously 4 times Goblin is insanely good. So yeah, we definitely want to make sure we get that max, and that's what we're trying to do right now. Anyways, what's in my mail right now? Oh, that's just, oh yeah, that's the arena event reward. I was like, wait, what's that from again? That's from the arena we're literally doing right now. Anyways, let's see. Ooh, Lady Ironbeard's interesting. If you can get her to work, she one-shots everything she touches. The problem is when she gets hit, she's kind of useless. Oh, dealing 9 damage to all enemies and webbing a random is also insanely good. You know what? I actually like that more. I'll go down the AoE route. Obsidian Golem, you hit first slot really hard. The problem is everything else you do. I kind of want to go Horse Lord just for the 10 attack. Not for any reason other than the fact that it's 10 attack. Because either way, we're blocking something off of Spinneret, so I'd rather do it with a tank that's going to die very quickly. Watch Mother's kind of interesting here. It's a really slow option, but it makes sure we have a resummon. I'd prefer not to do that, though. Honestly, I almost want to combine physical damage into a true damage AoE. The only problem is the summon that does of Nosferatu is going to come in at a really low level. He's just going to come in at level 4. Or sorry, level 6. Create a billion purple. And give all purple allies a quarter of their mana. The only problem with that is you're the exact same color as Horse Lord. Which makes me kind of want to go Watcher just because of how many colors it covers. I don't think this team's really going to work that well. This team is basically just Spinneret needs to win, and that's it. Like, that's the whole premise of this team. Spinneret just, like, auto-win for us, and hopefully that'll be good enough. I don't know, do we roll this? This whole team is just spam Spinneret until we win. That's the entire premise of this team. It just keeps Spinneretting until we win. I guess we roll with it. Honestly, Spinneret, as long as it doesn't die, we'll auto-win basically all these battles. We cast Spinneret twice, it will kill almost every team in Arena. with a few exceptions, like this one right here that has the gates, as well as him who has 20%. Actually, well, half his team it won't kill. Okay, maybe we need a little more damage than that. Let's see. Purple does go directly into it, so if we can get some Purple Surge, those are probably highest priority. Red's not super high priority just because it's going to something that's going to die within like 10 seconds. He's mostly just there to take skulls. That's pretty much his entire and only role. Okay, he's dead. We can kind of just assume he's already dead. The only problem with that is he's currently not dead, meaning I can't take red. Because I don't actually need the mana right now. Because even if I surge, it's not enough. Like right there, we surged and he's just going to die with all the mana he just stole from us. So we take that purple then. Spinneret cast once. I'll let him skull us. And now we just keep getting Spinneret mana until we win, basically. That is the game plan. That's also why I moved it back one. Gotta make sure Spinneret's in a pretty safe location. Alright, that is basically match. I'll let him take a skull on us. And hope he goes for the other one. No, that's not the skull I wanted you to go for. You don't do any explosions, right? You're just a life gain. So I'm just gonna not cast that at the moment. And there we go. Good thing I didn't, because we got a skull off a sky. It's such a weird team, but it'll do what we need it to do. When are you doing an arena troops video? Like as far as a tier list for it? We probably should. We somewhat went over in the other year. Or was it earlier this year? I think it was earlier this year. Where we kind of went over like all the troops within the game, rarity-wise. However, we haven't done one specifically on arena. Like the breakdown for every troop in arena. It's a weird thing to cover. But we probably should again. Like that one video kind of covered it, though it was also on the overall viability of every troop, not just isolated for arena. The only problem with that is how long of a video that would take. Like when we did it for those 4 lower rarities, it took us like multiple hours to cover it all. To such a degree, it was split between 4 videos. Let's see. Oh, you're random? Oh no, you're last hit. I thought we got to choose. But no, he drags last slot 2 first. Which makes sense. Okay, we're just gonna go for this. I need some life gain to make sure everything else doesn't die. If nothing else, he's kind of just gonna live now. Also, wait, what did that do so much life? I thought it's only 6. Oh, boost ratio. Oh. Boosted by green, gems, and skulls. Ah, I see. I forgot about the boost ratio. Oh, it's based on their color. Whoops. I thought we got to choose the color. Okay, we'll sort it down. Too many low-tier troops. I'm forgetting what they do. Because nothing is good on our team. The only thing even remotely good on our team, at least in the context of arena, is Spinneret. Everything else is kind of useless. And even Spinneret's only good in arena. It's not good outside of arena. Surprised he didn't go for the skull there. I do have this mana thingy, though I can't take it, can I? I can get a little bit of blue, which we don't need. Yeah, I think I do my cast here. Unfortunately, it's barrier on the other one. I don't have a good way to just remove barrier. Oh, so he just moved me. Which makes it so our skulls do a lot less damage. But luckily, these next 2 skulls actually didn't matter how much damage they did. Because one was on barrier and the other one was on something that had 2 HP. So this thing being in first actually has not been a detriment yet. Actually, it didn't become a detriment at all. Even though we had lower attack the entire time. In that circumstance, it actually had no effect on anything. Which is kind of funny. So I'm going to do this on you and hope it hits red. Exactly so, and we won. There we go. Unless he hits like a billion skulls. Which he tried to for a second there. Luckily, it didn't get it all the way. Also, hello, Dr. Shrimp. Is Phoenicia team or a judge of the dead team better for level 5 Explorer? Depends if you want souls or not. Because Judge of the Dead gives you souls. Phoenicia doesn't, but Phoenicia is quicker. So it really depends how you want to go about it. But if you're basing it purely off of speed, then Phoenicia is way better. But if you're basing it off of overall loot, it depends how much you want souls. Because obviously Phoenicia team does not farm souls. Whereas a Judge of the Dead team does like, what, 30, 40, 50,000 souls? I actually can't remember these days. But it does at like minimum 30,000 per hour. Which of course Phoenicia does almost none per hour. Not counting like soul gnomes and a little bit of passive souls you get. And a smash. Yeah, Spinneret solo carrying our entire team seems to be working. It's strong enough that it just works, even though the rest of our team is abysmal. Also, we'll have a code in a little bit. Actually, after we finish out this arena set, we'll hand out a code and then try finding our 10 crowns for today. And break it down that way. Oh, please leave it there. Yes. Yes. There we go. So much value. Good job, AI. I'll take that down. It's getting a little sketchy. We'll take this. Move that over. Hope this hits purple. It did. Wow, okay. Did exactly what we needed. Do that. Grab a skull. Kill the thing that just casted. Or not. At least we're not entangled anymore. Which is kind of funny. Also, I can take red mana now. So that actually helped us. Never mind. That was actually good. This death was an assist. Alright, one more battle. And then we'll probably go find our crowns and hand out code. We'll hand out code first, though. Take that over. Red leaks into the other thing. I wish I had a good cascade here. Oh, I didn't see the extra turn. I was like looking at the other aspect of it, didn't even notice the 4 times. I was looking at the left side of the board. So that kills that out. Oh, I missed a wild card there. It'll take a while before I fully get used to wild cards in Gems of War. And by the time I do, it's they're probably not even going to be around anymore. Because most of the wild card troops aren't really that good. Other than that one that is way, 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 way too good. But basically every wild card option has been pretty bad so far, not counting the one that is extremely not bad. The Centurion. Yeah, what do we get? This is our 3rd arena run for today. And we got that same junk one twice. That's so unfortunate. Anyways, tribute's ready. So grab that. Mail is just the 2 things we've gotten from arena so far, so we'll just let that sit there for now. Okay, so let me go hand out a code, and then we'll go mess with probably crown farming for most rest of stream. Because with how inconsistent it has been lately, it probably will take the rest of the stream to go and get them. Let's see. Click save. Just getting you guys the code real quick. Just trying to figure out where the other thing is. One moment. Loading, loading, loading. In the next few years, I really need to replace out my side computer. Once it's like a decade old, which it will be in 2 years from now, I think it's finally time to replace the side computer. Oh, there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is what we put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Copy paste the random numbers and letters started with CAX. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And only usable on PC mobile version of the game. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated, especially now that dislikes are disabled. So we need to hit the like button even harder than normal. There you guys go. Enjoy. So, let's go find our crowns. And get a little bit of class XP towards elementals while doing so. I don't think it'll be enough to max, but it'll make it so we can set tomorrow night's title Level 100 Elementalist. Because the only other thing we'd really be doing then is arena. Oh, actually, that's not true. We do have something else going on tomorrow. If you currently, are playing free-to-play, or if you happen to not have been playing back when Season 4, I think it was, happened for Gems of War, this parrot, the, what's it called? The Quetzalcoatl? The actual thing's called Quetzalma. This has a different name. But it's like a Quetzalcoatl, I think it's called, or something. This is available tomorrow. This is the first time it's ever been available free to play. It might be the only time it's ever available free to play. Make sure to get it. It's available in 5 hours and 8 minutes, and it's available for 24 hours all of tomorrow. So yeah, definitely make sure to go and grab yourself a copy, because we have no clue if, when it will ever come back again. How many big codes do I have left? Like 3? Not even. Like a very small number. Hey, I already found our battle crasher. Nice. Now I just need to find 9 more. 1 down. Oh yeah, don't we get the weapon today? I almost forgot about that. There's nothing really relevant to go over. It's just a weapon. A very, 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 very useless weapon. I guess we'll still upgrade it and acknowledge its existence. But beyond that, there's no point in using it. It's like a 4-time stun into nothing. Like, that's all it does. It's 3 elemental stars and a 4-time stun. If it was like 6 elemental stars, a full AoE damage, and a 4-time stun, then we have a different story. But, or even just full AoE damage just added to what it currently has. But, it's so weird that it doesn't do full AoE. It's literally a scythe. Like, almost all scythes do damage to all enemies. And if they were concerned about the damage, do what they did with, like, that one red-purple weapon. That one that did, like, burning disease that was too strong when it had full magic. Just make it do half its magic as damage. The fact that it has no damage makes it exceedingly weak. It needs to at least have damage based on, like, 1 plus half its magic or something. The fact that it doesn't is, pretty bad. To the point that the weapon's just unusable. That's not what we're looking for, but I'll take it. Actually, next Vault event's at a really weird time. I believe it's Christmas weekend, if I'm not mistaken. Like, literally the 24th, 25th, 26th. Like, it's such a bad time to have a Vault event. Or a good time if you have off during then and you're not doing something else. Though, theoretically, it does kind of work for me, if nothing else. Because while I still will be celebrating the holiday, that's not when my trip is, so I'm not going to be as busy. Because I do officially know the date for the trip, by the way. I'm going to be gone from the last Tuesday of this month until the first Tuesday of next month. So for a week. Assuming snow doesn't get in the way. Let's hope not. Last time I went to New Jersey, I was stuck there for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks? Because of snow. That was like 3 years ago. Halfway through this channel's life cycle. At least based on current amount of time that's gone by. I have no problem, everyone, for the code. Enjoy. So if anyone didn't get it because it might be a little buried in chat, there it is. Same one as before right there. If anyone hasn't claimed yet, make sure to do so. It'll probably be completely consumed in the next 5 or 10 minutes. Which is probably about also how long we'll also be doing the stream at this point. Because we're probably just going till we have the crowns and then calling it a night for now. And then upgrade the weapon as well. We're not going to use the weapon though, it's really underwhelming, unfortunately. I wish it was viable. Though if nothing else, if you're playing free-to-play, you don't have to worry about not having it, if nothing else. Because it's pretty bad. And I believe we're getting enough weapons that you're not even going to need it for kingdom upgrading purposes, though I'm not certain on that. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be needed. Though it might at some point. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe we're getting 2 more weapons for the kingdom next week. One from the kingdom and one randomly from something else. Can't remember what. But I could have sworn there was like one coming on Monday just seemingly for no reason. I was like, hello Bill, welcome. Oh, you caught up with the stream, nice. I thought black man. Oh wait, I should. Oh, actually, it was enough. Any midday stream this weekend? Yes. This Saturday we're going to be doing Age of Calamity. I still haven't finished out the DLC. Well, we did as far as the core amount of content within the thing, but as far as like 100% completion, like all the nitty-gritty stuff and grinding everything out, that we haven't done. So that's what's going to be our focus. for tomorrow's stream then. It'll probably start around noon, maybe a little bit earlier, though realistically noon. And Sunday, I was considering either doing Fall Guys or Super Auto Pets. Because we've only ever done one stream of Super Auto Pets. It's a pretty fun game. It's a really good mobile, just pick up, play like a match or two, and just put down kind of game as well. It's only available on Android for mobile, though. That doesn't affect me because I only have an Android device. But if you play on OS, it's not going to work. There's no OS version. Though I think you could technically still play on OS. There's a browser version. There's a browser version for it, there's a Steam version, and there's a Android version. However, iOS does not have a version currently. It probably will at some point. The game's still in beta. A Super Mario Party stream? Somewhat tempting. I really wish Super Mario Party would get an update. It's probably not, though. It took the previous Mario Party game 2 years to get one update. Though it is one of those kind of games where, similar to like Animal Crossing, whereas if it got DLC, I would buy like literally every DLC that would come for it. Just like add more content, please. I'm just concerned they're just not going to. Like, I need them to eventually just release a Mario Party game. That's just the best aspect of every Mario Party game. Like, the one that they kind of recently did, at least kind of did that for minigames, if nothing else. For the most part. Like, a good 80 to 90% of minigames are really solid. But they haven't really done it for all the other features that exist within Mario Party. I believe that's 5. I'm kind of completely lost track at this point. Let me double check where we're currently at. 7? Yeah, we're at 7 right now. Nice. Alright, we need 3 more. And then we have the scythe. We'll go over to scythe for like 1 minute. I pretty much already went over it though. It's such a bad weapon. Theoretically, scythe did come out today. Well, technically it came out, the second the pass came out if you mass bought it. But realistically, it came out today. It's just a really underwhelming weapon. If nothing else, Free Side doesn't have to really worry that much about not owning it. Also, we have exactly 0 shards. Which, if nothing else, is somewhat a good thing, because that means we won't have to have that delay anymore. Though it's not really much of a delay with the Rowan team. Rowan team still gets to kill it. If you're doing like double Ironhawk, like that's a problem because the Mythic probably lives. With something like Rowan, you normally have enough damage anyways. You have a question. Are you planning to do a case for just the Switch? Or an entire setup like dock and plugs, etc.? Oh no, I'm just getting a case. I'm just going to be using the default dock. I still haven't transferred my data over to the other thing yet either. I need to before my trip. The main thing keeping me from doing it is how overly convoluted the system is for the Animal Crossing one. Because all my other save data and games should go over pretty easily. but the way that you have to do it for Animal Crossing, especially when you have multiple accounts like we do, is extremely annoying. Because it has its own, like, dedicated save system that's, like, completely different than how they save for, like, literally every other Nintendo game. Any reason to not upgrade Nexus to 16? Seems like a great place to farm for a long while. Yeah, if you have the trade stone to do so, you might as well. There's no reason not to. The only slight issue with making it go 16 is it's not going to be 23 star anytime soon. And now that a lot of kingdoms are starting to hit 23 star, you spending those extra resources to get Nexus to 16 might make it so a different kingdom is locked out of getting to 23 star. Or not in the sense that you can't get to it, but you keep getting that, like, that really useless event key off of middle slot, which hopefully it'll change. Who knows, maybe we'll get changed in the update that we're getting next month, because we should be getting an update in about 2 or 3 weeks for Gems of War before Christmas. They normally do one around the second week of December every year. But, what was I just saying? I was saying something related to something. Oh, yeah, but, oh, no. If you're planning on farming there a lot, it's probably worth it. Kind of like how I did it for Golvania in that regard. But it might end up blocking you out of somewhere else. So if you don't mind seeing, like, a random event key off your middle thing a bunch, then it's probably fine. Or if you're just planning on spamming that so much that it's going to make up for that anyways. The only concern that could happen is you end up doing that, and then a kingdom gets to 23 star, and then you don't have enough resources to get it to 16 level in order to make that one event key not show up in your middle slot. Because that affects his arena loot, and it also affects what middle task you keep getting. Or, you know, not middle task, but whatever middle thing for gems each day that you have. But yeah, there's a lot of good farming teams there. Scorpius works there. Zugoff, for the most part, works there. There's, like, barely any immunes. There's 0 immune to poison, and I believe there's 1 immune to burn. Next update might cost $10, but how they've been going lately, no. I don't think they would ever do that. Well, they did for kingdoms. Though you can get everything from the kingdom still free to play. It might take a little bit longer, but you still get it. Like the useless weapon we're about to unlock soon. Like, you still get that the next time this event happens for the kingdom when it's not this season pass thing. Which is probably like 4 to 6 months from now, but you'd still be able to get it. Most of what's there isn't even particularly good either. Like the legend, having that legend a few months early is probably the only noteworthy thing on the entire paid side, as far as unique things are concerned. And the fact that it saves you a couple major blues if you want to have them upgraded early. I'm starting to get to the point where I don't even need excess major blues. We're actually starting to get a lot of them. Because they haven't added another 8 power orb troop for a while now. With how they were going for a while, I thought they would do one like every year. Like a new Zugoff, a new Enraged Carandera. However, we haven't gotten one for a year and 3 months. For the entirety of this year, we have not gotten a new boss troop that costs 8 power orbs. Which I'm actually kind of surprised. Given that at the end of last year, they increased the rate at which you get power orbs by giving a 1% chance to get it in major orbs. But despite doing that, they have not added a single new feature that uses power orbs since they've added a feature to get a higher rate of power orbs, which kind of makes almost no sense. Because assumably by adding that feature, that kind of indicated like, oh, they're going to increase the rate of, you know, 8 power orb costing troops coming into the game. And then they haven't. Which is kind of weird. Like, it's somewhat understandable that you wouldn't want to have like an absurdly high amount of them. But it's kind of weird that they would increase the rate and then do nothing to use those orbs on. So did I get the last copy yet? No. The final elusive one that will hide for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah, Nexus for farming is going to be a good kingdom for a while. So it's definitely worth upgrading in that regard. My only concern with upgrading is I don't want to be bottlenecked on a different kingdom's stars or the middle task in order to upgrade Nexus. I don't know, we'll probably have enough spares. The biggest issue is the rate at which deed-books come into the game. It really comes down to how journey events are going to be. Because that journey event, oh, there's our last one. That journey event gave us a lot of good loots between deeds and deed books. So if we can get confirmation that a journey event's going to happen like every few months or every like 6 weeks or whatever the interval is going to be, then at that point I might splurge a little bit more on our resources in that regard. But until then, I kind of want to hold out a little bit. Because we're really low on every deed book. If I go check deed books right now, we are at like 0 on some, I think. Where are deed books? Alright, none of them are at 0, but a lot of them, if we were to upgrade one, like right now, 2 browns for the kingdom. Does he use brown? I can't remember. I think it was brown. We'd be at 0. So we're at 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 4. So both brown and red. If we were to upgrade a kingdom of either of those colors, we'd be at 0 for color deed books. Though I do believe, don't we get 2 color browns from this? Let me see. I know we got 1. Do we get 2? There's 1 right there. There's 1 on paid side. Is there 2 on paid side? Oh, there is 2 on paid side. Okay. Interesting. We don't get them until way later, though. Because if I'm not mistaken, this kingdom does use brown, so it's kind of interesting that there's 2 on paid side of brown. Because that's enough to get this kingdom to level 16. Interesting. Okay. I saw that earlier, but yeah. It does give you the exact amount that you need to upgrade the kingdom. It doesn't give you the exact amount of the other scroll, though, or Imperials, but it does give you the exact amount of colored deed books. Alright, so we got Krista's Scythe added today. It is a very useless weapon that does basically nothing other than having it for completion's sake. Missing out on this weapon means probably nothing unless it eventually is relevant for a kingdom upgrade. Let's see, where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. So as far as its perks, it gets 3 damage to all... Why? Why would you taunt it with that instead of giving it an actual AoE? Why? So technically it does do some amount of damage to all enemies. It's only 3 instead of like half your magic or all of your magic or some amount of your magic plus 1 or 2 or whatever. It just does 3 to all enemies. So that's absurdly bad. Eliminates 4 from the first enemy's armor. Gain some gold. Gain some armor. Completely useless. It is technically the most consistent way to stun off of a hero weapon. However, you might as well just use Elemental as hero class, because you could just stun off of that instead, and that's just way better now. And you use an actual real weapon that isn't that Scythe. Yeah, that's a useless weapon. Not sure if it's relevant for any kingdom upgrades coming up soon, but probably not. I can't remember what you even need for the first 10 levels. It's been so long. I haven't even seen like a level 1 to 10 kingdom in in like forever, it seems. They're like a foreign entity now. Because our average kingdom is like 21 or 22 stars or something. And then it's like Nexus is sitting at 5 right now. At least currently. We're getting 5 new troops. Actually, we're getting 7 new troops next week for Nexus. It's almost doubling. Actually, if you're playing free-to-play, you're literally getting more than double. Because I believe free-to-play currently has 6 Nexus troops. And we're getting 7 next week. We're getting 2 on Monday and then 5 on Friday. 4 from the faction and 1 from the new mythic is going to be from the faction. I mean, from the kingdom, I mean. if you're playing free to play, you have that, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. Though you will be getting these 2 free to play soon. And paid has 8 or 9, depending on if you have, paid can actually technically have 10. If you got all the way to the ends by spending money and or gems, which is not advised, but is something that can be done. But yeah, so free has 6 currently. Paid has 8, and super paid has 10. And we're getting 7 next week, which basically means for the average player, you're basically doubling how many Nexus troops you have next week. 2 on Monday, 5 on Friday. Which is pretty much how all content comes out, seemingly, in this game. It's all front-loaded on Monday and Friday. All the way at the beginning and all the way at the end. But anyways, guys, any other questions? Otherwise, I believe we'll be wrapping up for now. Feel free to leave a like on the stream. Does really, really help out a lot. And is greatly appreciated. Tomorrow we'll be doing a midday stream for Age of Calamity, and then just streaming at our normal time as we always do, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, as we do every single night for Gems of War. We're mostly going to be going and getting level 100 Elementalist. We will not end next stream until we have it. I'll probably mess with Arena a little bit, and, you know, all the normal kind of stuff. And also don't forget, you do have the Quetzalcoatl Teeny tomorrow. It is the first time it's available free to play. It's the Season 4 pet, if I'm not mistaken. It has never been available yet for free-to-play. If you did buy the pass, you probably already have it max. However, if you're playing free-to-play or someone who wasn't around during that time, or you just happen to not buy that particular pass, this is the first and possibly only time you have to go get it, and it's completely free. So make sure to go get it tomorrow, as it will only be available for that 24-hour period, and we have no clue if or when it will ever come back again. But anyways, guys, there you guys go. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you all enjoyed the holiday. Have safe travels if you're traveling back, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone.